or too late at night, and that this is actually a good time to have these sessions. You know, we always try to connect at the right time, but it's not always easy. And I'm looking at the poll. I'll share it with you to see what's going on. Seems to be 50-50. All right, the question is, have you given a WizIQ live class before, like this class? And it seems to be right now 17 have answered out of the 20, and it's 45% no, which means that it's, well, actually right now it's 45-45. So it's 50-50. I'll share it with you, and let's get started. Okay, so there's the poll. Can everybody see it? And a little bit about WizIQ and any kind of online tools such as WizIQ and technology in general is that it has different names. Some people call it a webinar. What do you call this class? Is it a live class? Is it a virtual class with double S? Face-to-face class, synchronous, real-time? What do you call it? I have no idea why there's so many names for it. Live class, yeah, it's all that. It sure is. But maybe there should be one name to avoid confusions. And the only way to get it to go and to really understand what goes on is to practice. Okay, this is what I recommend. Practice the tools. That's the only way you're going to learn. And the way to do it is to schedule a class. All of you can get teachers' accounts, and if you work for a school, it's completely free. And you get it. Okay, that's 3 times to schedule a class. Okay? And I'm going to talk about the rest of this later on. We're going to start with a virtual class. I'm going to give Jasmine. I also want to remind you that you can copy the chat, and I've added a lot of links at the beginning, so all you have to do is actually copy the chat, and you'll get them. Okay, so you'll see what I'm doing here because I'm there. I saw her hand. Because I'm recording this. There we go, and there I'm gonna give you there. Hello, Jasmine.
Hello, Nelly. How everyone? I hope everyone is doing fine.
There we go. All right, so I'm going to mute my mic just to make sure that everything works well here.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Jasmine. I'm from WizIQ. I'm part of the WizIQ training team. So today I'm going to introduce you about how WizIQ works and what exactly WizIQ has provided in the virtual classroom for the ease of teachers to take the classes online, so that they should not feel that they're not in a live classroom. It's more or less like you are sitting at your home in front of a computer and teaching thousands of people, but it gives you more, I can say, a feel of that, yes, you are in a live class teaching students, though online, but it's kind of a face-to-face interaction too, using the devices. So I'm going to explain you all the features about WizIQ Virtual Classroom that you get more familiar with how WizIQ Virtual Classroom works and in what extent it could be helpful for your classes. Okay, so I'm starting with the presentation here, and guys, if you have any doubts, do let me know. You can type your questions in chat. I'll be reading them throughout, and would be okay. So starting with the very first thing is that about the virtual classroom interface. Now, the best benefit given to the teachers is whenever the class starts, they always get the audio and the video controls by default. So a teacher do not have to rely on anyone that what if the class starts, how would I get the controls? No, it's automatically by default is available to the teachers. Next thing is you just have to go through the presentations that you have available for your classes. Like in a way I can say, if you're teaching English, you would definitely need few presentations to explain what English is all about its grammars. If you're teaching someone who's not at all familiar with the English language. Okay, so I was in the middle of explaining you what exactly features does um, a, a teacher has in the classroom. Now, you would see that this is the whiteboard area wherein you see on the top it's written whiteboard 1. It's a whiteboard wherein a teacher can write anything in the classroom. Now, let's take an example for mathematics subject here. If you're teaching something related to mathematics, it's obvious that you might need to draw the diagrams and few formulas that you need to write on the whiteboard. So WizIQ has given this feature too in the classroom, that you would be able to use the whiteboard wherein you can explain any example, or you can explain any equation or draw anything using the tools which are available on the left. Okay, you see there is it on the left that you would be able to use in the classroom. I'm just going to circle it. This toolbar is similar with Microsoft Paint. Now, I explain in my classes often because it gets more ease for understanding to the users that what exactly the toolbar and how would it work. So similar is the feature for whiteboard toolbars, but WizIQ has few extra features, like you have emoticon sign, you can delete a shape, you can have 3D images, like in the next presentation slide I'm going to show you that. Yeah, these are the 3D images are available. Next is you can also use an external digital pen. As I said, it's easy to use it for mathematical equations. You just connect an external digital pen, write on it, and you would be able to have it displayed on the screen. Now next is, now you might wonder that how you be sure that your devices are working fine. So we have given a device check option in the virtual classroom wherein you can see whether your microphone, video and speakers are working fine or not. So you have to be sure whenever you as a teacher enter in the classroom that what all controls are there, whether your mic is working fine or not, because your voice is the main voice in the classroom because you have to explain a point. So test microphone, check the speaker quality, do check the video quality if you are interested to share your video in. And whenever you make any changes, do not forget to click on Save Settings, because these are important for the virtual classroom. The next option is how you be sure that how many students are there in the classroom. There is an attendee list by which you can check that how many are joining your class, what is the total attendance. So attendance sheet is on the extreme right. On the top column, it will show you the figure also that how many people are there in the classroom. Now if you see in the attendee list, there are different logos. Now this logo stands for the people who have joined the class. The green logo stands for the students and the blue logo stands for the teacher. And if you see in front of each individual name, so these all are the students in the classroom. If you see in front of their name, there are 3 icons that stand for the controls. Now, I was just explaining about the teacher's controls now. Now, just a good to know information is, whenever a student joins in the class, they do not get the audio controls or video controls, as you guys can experience it. Video and audio would be transferred only if a teacher has given the access to the student. So in short, we can say an interaction from student would be available only if a teacher allows that. Now, there are 3 icons. I'll quickly explain what these 3 icons stands for. The microphone sign here, that is for the audio control. Now, if you want to talk to someone, you need to give him the audio control. So same is the case in the live classroom. If you give the audio control to the student's voice would be audible in the classroom. And not only to the teacher, it would be available to the entire class. Next is the camera. The camera sign stands for the video control. The student's video would be broadcasted in the class. And cases stay still the same. It would not only be viewable to the teacher, it would be broadcasted to the entire class. Now, as you guys can see me in the classroom, similarly, your students' video would be broadcasted to everyone in the class. And the third is the pencil sign. That stands for the writing access. As I said, a teacher has all the privilege to write on the whiteboard. Now, if a teacher wants to call up a student and explain a point on teacher's behalf, like you just randomly pick a student from the classroom to just check his knowledge, that whether he's even paying attention to what point are you teaching. So in a way, you can try that in the live classes too. So you just give him the writing access. He would have a writing access to operate the whiteboard, through which he would be able to use the whiteboard too, as you can do that. Next is about checking the chat list. Chat is available to the extreme bottom right, through which you can read the messages sent by the student. Now, chat feature has a privilege that a teacher can send a private message to the student, and student can send a private message to the teacher. So there can be a private conversation between, private chat between the teacher and the student, but not among the students. Next is about recording. As you guys know that WizIQ supports all the classes that gets recorded. Now, even if you talk about this current class, it might be getting recorded, and it would be available to you guys to see the recording after some time. So the plus point is, whatever classes that you conduct, it all will be recorded, because when you are scheduling a class in WizIQ, by default it's been set to yes for the recording. So that when you were in hurry of scheduling a class, you missed the recording part, you don't have to worry, it was already yes by default. So in the live classroom, only a teacher have an access to manage the recordings. Now, recording panel is available to the extreme bottom tab, wherein you can pause and resume the recordings anytime. Now, you were in a class for around 2 hours. Now, your class is for 3 hours. Now, you want to give break to the student for 15 minutes. You can pause the recording. Students are on break now. Once they're back, you can just resume back with the recording. So that is a plus point given in the in the classroom, that a teacher can manage the recording at any time. They can pause or resume, whatever is up to the teacher. Well, yes, I was just reading a question in the chat. Marina, that's right. Premier users has all the features enabled, but if you want to try it under the trial version for 1 month, you can try these features. There are few classes that a user can schedule under the trial version. Okay, guys. Now, Marwa, I was just reading your question. You mentioned that I do not have pause in my screen. Now, as I said, the pause option is only available to the teacher and not to the students. So, if a teacher is conducting a class and you have joined the same class as a student, you would not see this prompt on your screen, because whatever features I'm explaining, it's the teachers and features. Okay, so moving forward with the co-branding feature. Now, co-branding is an interesting feature wherein you would be able to brand your logo with WizIQ. Now, what happens? You are in the live classroom. You also run your small organization, and you just thought that how about if you promote that through WizIQ? If you're taking classes through WizIQ, you also want to promote it. You can go right ahead, upload its logo. When you schedule a class in WizIQ, you will find an option which says upload a logo, co-branding virtual classroom. You would be able to upload that logo, and that logo will be associated in the live class. As you can see in the presentation slide, there is a logo on the extreme left bottom corner. Similarly, there is a logo in the current classroom too that says Moodle MOOC. So similarly, you can upload your organization's logo to better in a way to promote through WizIQ. Okay, the next WizIQ multilingual platform. Now, WizIQ supports 17 to 18 different languages. Now, it's about that if you do not want to conduct a class in English, because that is a default language set for the virtual classroom, you want to change it to a different language, you just have to put forward a request, whatever time language zone you are from, if the language is available on WizIQ. As I said, there are 17 to 18 different languages. I do not have all those languages in my mind right now. So it would be updated from the back end. That's right, Nelly. Arabic, Hebrew, Japanese, Chinese, French, Spanish, these all languages are available, and few more that you can get the complete interface change into that language. Okay. Next is about six-way video. Now, as I was telling you guys that you can transfer the audio and video controls to the students. Now that means if you have given an audio and video control to the student, that will be broadcasted to the entire class. Now, if you want, you can also have the six-way video available. Now the six-way video stands that in the classroom you can have six videos playing at the same time. Out of that, one is the teacher's video and 5 are from the students. And only a teacher would be transferring the controls. So in a way we can say it supports maximum 6 videos and unlimited audio controls. But that requires a very good bandwidth at the user's end so that you do not face any difficulty just because you have a slow internet connection. So connection is one priority that does matter if you are noticing any lag or there is some disturbance with the sound. Okay, Jose, I have a question. You says, can I use WizIQ on iPad? Definitely you can do that. Students can attend classes.
Jasmine, I think I know what the problem is.
Okay, guys, so I'm moving to the next point here. That's about the presentations that Nelly was just telling about you guys, that how you can share the presentations, documents that you have available for your classes. Now, as I said, there is a set of documents that you may require in the classroom, like Microsoft presentation, Excel, Word, PDF files, audios, videos, whatever material you think it's important for your classes, you can share it in the live classroom. Now, there's a way of sharing it. As a teacher, if you set up a teacher's account on WizIQ, you will be able to manage your own content library. So I'm going to explain you about what is content library and how you manage it. On WizIQ as a teacher, you get a privilege that you can, as per your account, you can upload everything to a storage space which is going to be saved, which is going to help you with all the classes and documents you may require in your future classes. Now, for example, I have a class in next 2 days. I have few PPTs that are available on my machine. I want them to be part of my content library so that during my live classroom I do not wait till those PPTs get uploaded. Now what can be done? I'll go to my WizIQ account, I'll go to upload content. I'll go to upload content tab. It would give me the screen to browse a file from my machine, upload it, and once I click on upload, it would be there in my storage account, storage space, that is called content library. So as you go ahead and set in normal libraries to browse books, to browse different notes, similarly we have named it as the content library so that I as a teacher have my data stored somewhere so that whenever I need it, it should be there. I don't have to go and find around anywhere on my computer. It would be there on my WizIQ account. I'll go in my live classes and quickly share it. So as you can see in the presentation slide, share content library. So whatever you have uploaded in your WizIQ account, that is completely accessible in the live classroom. Now it's directly linked. So in the classroom, if you click on the yellow folder, now on the top panel, in the very top panel, there are few icons available, and each icon has their own functionality and features. If you click on the yellow folder, it will open up the content library. Now, with the help of content library, you will be able to share the presentations that are in your content library, which is on WizIQ.com. So you just going that and clicking on Add to Class. Several documents that are mentioned here that you may require in the classes. So you just click on Add to Class, the one you need in the classroom right now. So you just clicked on that, it would load, it would take hardly less than 10 seconds to share it in the classroom. So your tension, your work is reduced, that what if I need a presentation in the classroom? How would it be loaded? What if it's not getting loaded? So you would be relieved once you have it uploaded on your WizIQ account and sharing it in the live classroom. So that was about how you can upload it. Next feature is also there that you can upload any file from your classroom directly. That situation can be helpful wherein you want to upload pictures, or there are few small presentations of sheets that you may require in the classroom which just went out of your mind, that you may require to upload it in the content library. So direct desktop upload is available, that is called upload from desktop. Just next to the next to the yellow folder, there's a green arrow. You click on the green arrow like you attach any file to your email. Similarly, it would give you the steps, give you the browser screen, choose a file and open it. It would be uploaded and it will take some time depending upon your internet connection and the file size that you are uploading in the class. So these are two ways how you can share the presentations, documents and files inside the class. And personally, if you go for my recommendation, I suggest my users to upload to the content library first, so that you are sure your documents are ready and good to go. Okay, so the next point is opening multiple whiteboards. As I said, whiteboard is one feature out wherein a student and teacher can write anything anytime. And if you want to get more whiteboards in the classroom, you just go to the whiteboard panel and on the top there is a plus sign. You keep clicking on the plus sign, it will keep adding the whiteboards in the class. So in a short way, I can say, as you open different tabs on the internet browser, similarly you can open with different whiteboards in the class. Okay, well, no, students cannot edit shared documents. Whatever you are sharing in the classroom, whatever you have PPTs, documents, pictures, it would be only for the viewing purpose. Students cannot edit it, students cannot delete it. Like you wonder that there was one line written and what if a student can delete it? No, students would not be able to delete it. So you be sure that this presentation is uploaded and you do not want to share it with the students or anyone in the classroom. It would be saved on your account until you share it, until you select the right settings that what do you want to do with this content. Because when you're uploading a content, it gives you multiple options to check, to add a description, to see if you want to make it as a public or private content. So that was about the whiteboard. Next is using the media player. Now I find media player is one of the most interesting feature added in the classroom, through which you can add videos and audios in the classroom. Now, as I said, content library, again, it's linked with content library about the media player. You want to play a nice video that you have made for your classes. You capture it, upload it in your content library, and then share it in the media player. Now, if you click on the media player on the top, on the right bottom corner, it will show you from content library. I'm just going to circle it for you guys to notice it, what I'm talking about. Okay, so it says from content library. That easily indicates that yes, this content which are listed here is been uploaded already in your content library. So if you want to just upload any content, you just go to that particular content and click on the play sign. There's a play sign in front of each file. Click on that and it would be played here. So it's easy for you guys to play any audio and video file again. Now, one thing should be noted here, audios and videos cannot be uploaded directly in the class. As I mentioned before, you can upload presentations, documents, pictures in the classroom directly, but that option would not help you upload any audio or video directly in the class. So you have to take care of that thing, but there is an alternate available. Instead of uploading it from desktop, you can share from YouTube. Now you can play a YouTube file. Go to youtube.com, copy the link from the address bar, paste it here into the video link bar and click play. It would help you play that YouTube file in the classroom. Now, the YouTube audio and video quality that is getting displayed in the live classroom, it would be same as it's been uploaded on youtube.com. Secondly, the buffering speed, the loading of the YouTube upon your internet connection. So that was about the media player feature. Next is about screen sharing. Now I was going through the chat and I did see that someone was asking about what if you want to share a website. Now I would suggest you guys, if you have some application that is more or less like into online trainings or anything that you need help with in the classroom, that you want to explain an application or a website about how designing any online programming software or any XYZ, you can use the screen sharing feature for that. You just click on screen icon on the top and then click on start screen share. It would initialize the screen share in the classroom. Whatever desktop file you have, it would be easily viewable in the class. Through virtual classroom, students would be able to see your computer screen, but again, they cannot access it. They cannot operate your computer, they cannot control your computer, they can just see what things you are pointing out at, what exactly you are explaining through the screen share. Okay, I see a question here that what if you want to transfer students into different groups? Yeah, that feature is very well available. I'm going to explain you just in a minute or two. Okay, I see a question for Helma. Hi Jasmine, why not to organize some WizIQ classes here? Um, I didn't get that. Like you want me to?
Sorry, Jasmine, can you please go on, because let's leave questions for the end. I'll answer as much as I can in the chat because we want to go on.
Sure.
Thanks.
Great. Okay. Okay, the next about create and publish poll. That we can say as a quick feedback round in the classroom. Like you are in a class, you have explained the points. Now you want to take a feedback from the students that how was the class, or you just want to take a question answer round with the students. You would be able to do that with poll feature in the class. You click on poll, you enter the question, enter the option. It would support only multiple choice question and you can put only one question at a time. Now, when you guys entered, you saw a question on the screen that Nelly has put the question on the screen. That was a quick feedback about have you guys taken a WizIQ classes before. So similarly, you can put a question to the classroom wherein your students would be able to answer it, and you being a teacher can share the results as Nelly did a few minutes back. So this is what the poll feature is all about, and you can also change the view of the poll result in whatever view you want to see. I'm going to highlight how you can change the view. This is the panel available on the top. This is below the question. The first is for the bar chart, second is the pie chart, and third is the list view. So that is how you can go through and see in whatever view you want to see the answers in. Now, that is what I call the last feature of the breakout room, and this is something I like explaining a lot, because breakout room is something that you would be able to use to divide your students into different groups. Now, here comes your answer, guys. What if you want to transfer the students into different groups? You would be able to use it. You would be able to do that using the breakout rooms. You click on breakout room and then click on edit room. Because many people wonder, breakout room indicates that yes, you can give break to the students and they can go in that room and chit chat. No, breakout room is you pick the students from the main crowd, move them into different rooms in different groups. So once you go to this screen, on the right panel, the breakout rooms would be available. So you have to click on add rooms, and in a list, maximum 10 rooms are available. That is the maximum limit of creating the rooms. And on the left, it will show you all the students who are available in the live classroom. So you just have to select the student's name, pick the students, and then go to move to room. You have created 10 rooms. Now you just have, for example, you have 100 students in the classroom. You pick 15 students, move them into room 1. You picked another 20 students, move them into room 2. So there is no minimum or maximum criteria here how you can transfer the students into different groups. What is a minimum or maximum limit on transferring the students? It just completely depends upon your calculation. As for you, you have to decide how many students are in the classroom and how many rooms do you want. And as for your calculation, you can pick and move the students into that room. So if you just want to have it as a one-on-one session, like you being a teacher, you want to have a one-on-one session with a student. A student is not comfortable asking question in the complete class. You create a breakout room for him, move them to the other room, answer his questions. So even that can be done as a one-on-one session too. So breakout room is one thing that you can do to just take a feedback, or sorry, it's for a group discussion or for some assignments that you want to give to the students and check their knowledge. And plus, you can also assign one student in the room as a lead. Because you being a teacher, it's not possible for a teacher to be in all the rooms at the same time. You want to keep a track of the students, you go to each room individually. Or a lead whom you have assigned in the room, he would be able to manage the controls in the class. Now, you are in room 5, you do not know that in room 3 there is a student who needs the audio controls. So you go to room 3 and you do that. So instead of doing that, you just assign the controls to a lead. A lead would be able to manage all the settings and controls, transferring the controls to the students in the same room. And lead is responsible only for his own room. Like you have 10 rooms created, there would be only one lead for one room. So in a way we can say that there are 10 leads who are taking care of the 10 rooms respectively that you have assigned to them. You can close any room anytime by clicking on delete room, or you just move a student from one room to the other. And if you click on end breakout session, all the sessions would be closed and students would be shifted back to the main room. So that is how the virtual classroom is beneficial, and that's about explaining the virtual classroom. So Nelly, you can take it further now. Well, you're most welcome, Nina.
Explanation. Can you mute your mic? Yeah. Can you mute your mic for a sec? I hope, yeah, I can be, yeah. Okay. Are there any questions, burning questions that you'd like to ask at this time? Because we also have another feature of WizIQ, which many people are not aware of, and that's the courses on WizIQ. All right, so actually, the way it works these days is that the courses have the classes within them. In other words, you schedule a class, Benjamin, and you add the class to one of your courses. to all of your courses and so on. So the first thing is actually to create a course and then add the classes to your course. You can make the classes, of course, public or private. You can charge money for your classes or not. It's up to you, but it's all through the course. Exactly. So Jasmine, I'm going to let you, can we do this quickly? Because we're kind of running out of time. I see we have 12 slides.
Sure. I'll just quickly
Yeah,
wrap
the
it up.
idea, let me go through it.
Sure. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let me know when I
Thank you. I
can
think that
pick
would
it
be
up.
great. Thanks.
I'm waiting for the confirmation. Shall I start explaining this? Okay, I'm assuming it a yes here. Okay, so
Yeah, I'm just wondering if we need to go through all of this. Since it's mainly about content, adding content to WizIQ and the various kinds of content. I don't think so. But you know what I do want to mention, time for questions, is that today you can stream a WizIQ class live. And this is an example of what it looks like. I added a few links. I'm just going through this very quickly, because I see this is not so much about the courses, it's more about the live virtual classes. Oh, here it is. Here's some information about the course. You want to go through it, or shall I?
I'm sorry.
Would you like me to go through it?
Well, you tell me. If you do explain, I don't mind doing it.
Okay, just the drumming is kind of becoming annoying on my part. Sorry, I have sensitive ears. Um, so I'll just do it. First of all, I just wanted to show you that the course has a discussion forum. It has, which is called the course feed, and it also has an area where teachers can share their content, which is called the courseware. So basically, it's like a course management system. I think it's worthwhile looking into and seeing if you'd like to use it for your uh, course, for the EVO course. I think that you will benefit from it because it's very simple. It's a very simple course management system, and it's very, very easy to use. Plus, you get a chance to create the live classes, and everything is right there for the students. I actually think it's better than Moodle because Moodle is kind of complicated. And this is a very, very simple course management system. There's not that much to manage except share the content, add the content, and then have discussions around the content and the live classes, which is also part of the content. So now for questions. All right, we've got about 10 minutes before the hour. So if you'd like the microphone, I'll pass on the microphone to you. So you can ask, very gratifying. And then you can listen to the recording later on and hear what you sounded like. Okay, so questions. Question here. Does it allow for the teacher to put students in pairs of small groups to work? Yes, it does. You're talking about the breakout rooms? That's exactly what it does. If you're talking about the course, it doesn't do what Moodle does, if that's what you mean. You sound like you're describing Moodle with the groups. No, you can't. I'm just thinking of people who are looking for a platform that is very simple. I think that would work for them. But if you have a lot of students, you want to break them into groups, you can do it in a live online class, but you can't do it very well in the course on WizIQ. Any other questions that I may have missed? Let me give everybody a chance to play around. I'll just get a whiteboard here. Give everyone tools, which remember I can do that. I can give everyone tools all at once, and I can also take away. Let me give you writing tools, okay, right now, so you can have a chance to play around with the whiteboard. Okay, so as you can see, you don't need to use anything, a pen of any kind. There's the A. If you look to the left, there's an A. You don't need to write freehand. There's an A there. Thank you for pointing that, Helena. Helena's pointing, very nice, is pointing to the A, which is text. If you click on that, you'll get a chance to use the text, your keyboard. And it's actually really awesome because the text has an editor attached to it, and it's all flash. So you can actually move things around. Besides the, so if you want to write and you want to move whatever you've written, you click on it and you can move it around. So if you've written something, just get your mouse over it and you can move it around, which is really students love this. By the way, this is great for teaching English as a foreign language or any other practice, whether it's mathematics or English, and you want your students to come to the board and mark things up or add information to a text, because you can write over PowerPoint presentations, you can write over any kind of files, whether it's Word docs, videos, and so on. Yes, Benjamin, do you want me to give you, I can give you the microphone if you want to just raise your hand. It'll make it easier for me because I'm going through here. And by the way, Nina, you can make I don't know if you can see this, but you can make the chat huge. By popping it out, you pop out the chat. Okay, I'm going to pop it out, and then you can move it from left to right and right to left to make it really huge. You can make the chat as big as the whiteboard, which is really nice if you're looking for space and you want to feel like you've got room. So try it out. Pop out the chat and see how you can actually, and it's quite simple, you can pop it back in afterwards by minimizing it. Okay, so Benjamin, let me give you the mic. See how you raise your hand. Excellent. You see, this is how I do it because I also can't see. Hi, Benjamin, like your hat. Yes. How you doing? Hi. Yeah, you're right. It has changed. There were public classes and there were lists of public classes. Right now, there are lists of courses, and the courses are a part of classes. And you can have lots of classes and you can add them to different courses. And that's the advantage. See, if you're giving a class and you've got a few courses and you'd like to add the class that you're giving to a few courses, it's a lot easier this way by having courses and then scheduling classes and adding them to courses as well as the content. You can have only public classes. You need to ask WizIQ if you're interested in that. Benjamin, you simply contact support at WizIQ and you ask to have a public class, and you want it made public, not only public, but you want it to be added somewhere so that others can see it, if that's what you mean. You really have to explain what you need, and generally WizIQ, which is one of the reasons why I, oh, that's cute, Poland, thank you, Helena, why I stayed with them is because to our needs as teachers, we can basically ask for things and they get done. I really suggest, Benjamin, I don't see you, but I can hear you, and I can, Helena's going nuts. Helena. Yeah. Another thing is I wanted everybody to try out by popping out or popping in, as it's called, the chat. So you can have a chance to make the chat bigger. The way to make it bigger is you simply pull the way you would an image. You pull on the sides. If you get your mouse over the sides, you can make it huge. And I